The 1905 photograph titled An Oasis in the Badlands by Edward Curtis captures a rare and captivating historical scene of the American West. This stunning image highlights a verdant oasis amidst the rugged and arid Badlands, showcasing the contrast between lush greenery and the harsh, desolate landscape. Curtis, renowned for his work documenting Native American tribes and the untamed beauty of the American frontier, provides a poignant glimpse into the natural beauty and challenges of early exploration. A photograph from around 1925 shows a seamstress working with a Singer sewing machine, a symbol of industrial progress in domestic and professional sewing. By this time, Singer machines were widely used, representing innovation in garment production. The image captures the routine of women who relied on these machines for both household sewing and income. Blacksmiths, 1926, is one of August Sander's famous photographs from his series People of the 20th Century, which aimed to document different societal roles in Weimar Germany. The image captures two blacksmiths posing confidently in their work attire, symbolizing the dignity and strength of skilled labor. Sander's style was methodical and objective, highlighting the individuality of his subjects while representing broader societal categories. The photograph captures a group of high school boys hanging out in Oakland, California in the 1940s. They are gathered together, engaged in conversation and enjoying each other's company. This scene illustrates the social dynamics and camaraderie among youth during that era, offering a glimpse into everyday life in a high school setting. This old photo shows a young girl in a controlled environment, interacting with a penguin. The photograph highlights the mutual curiosity between the child and the penguin, underscoring the importance of wildlife education and the need for proper handling of animals in captivity. In 1993, Queen Elizabeth II was photographed firing a British L-85 rifle during a visit to Surrey, England. The event marked one of her rare public appearances handling firearms, highlighting her connection to military traditions and her ceremonial role as the head of the British Armed Forces. This photo from 1959 shows a local priest stepping in during a training run of Atala cyclists who were preparing for the prestigious Giro d'Italia stage race. The scene is set near Milan, Italy, with the priest taking an unexpectedly strong lead at the front, giving the riders a chance to catch their breath. In 1930, a photograph of La Coupole, an iconic restaurant in Paris, captured the vibrant atmosphere of the Montparnasse district. Known for being a hub of artistic and intellectual life, La Coupole attracted many notable figures, including writers, painters, and celebrities. The restaurant's Art Deco design and lively environment made it a symbol of Parisian café culture during the interwar period. In 1928, the Los Angeles Public Library introduced a mobile library service, or Bibliomobile, to deliver books to individuals who were homebound due to illness. This initiative allowed those unable to visit the library to access reading material, emphasizing the importance of making knowledge and literature available to all. Maurice Zalewski's 1950 photograph captures a racing car on Boulevard Saint-Germain in Paris, juxtaposing the sleek modern vehicle against the backdrop of the city's historic streets. The image reflects the post-war fascination with speed and technology, highlighting Paris in a moment of transition where tradition meets modern innovation. A black and white photograph captures a fashionable woman walking down a city street in the 1950s. Her tailored outfit, complete with classic accessories, a handbag, and a chic hat, embodies the timeless sophistication of post-war style, showcasing the era's flair for structured silhouettes and refined elegance. In 1920, iconic actress Myrna Loy posed for a photograph, capturing her early career charm and elegance. Known for her roles in classic Hollywood films, Loy's timeless beauty and poise are reflected in the image, highlighting her rise to stardom during the silent film era. A street photograph from Havana, Cuba, in March 1959 captures the city during the early months of Fidel Castro's regime, shortly after the Cuban Revolution. The image reflects a period of significant political transformation, as Castro established a government that would later become a dictatorship. A photograph from around 1900 shows a Detroit Edison lighting crew, capturing the early days of electricity infrastructure development. The crew, working to install and maintain power lines, represents the pioneering efforts to bring electric power to homes and businesses in Detroit. A photograph of a U.S. postal worker from the early 20th century captures him making his rounds on a motorcycle, showcasing the evolving methods of mail delivery during this period. As motor vehicles became more common, they revolutionized postal services, allowing mail carriers to cover greater distances more efficiently. A photograph from the 1890s shows Frédéric Dallaire standing at the entrance to his famed Paris restaurant, La Tour d'Argent. Dallaire, who ran the restaurant during this period, was a significant figure in French culinary history. He is credited with establishing the now famous tradition of numbering each duck served at the restaurant, a custom still practiced today. A photograph from the early 1900s shows a young Edwardian-era girl holding a basket of flowers, capturing the innocence and charm of childhood in that period. The image, likely taken around the turn of the century, reflects the fashions and lifestyle of the Edwardian era, marked by its delicate romantic style. In 1966, David Bowie, then still an emerging artist, was photographed during a performance that showcased his early musical style. At this time, Bowie was transitioning from his early work in the British music scene, experimenting with different sounds and styles before becoming the iconic figure he's known for today. A 1928 photograph of a woman in a beauty salon captures the essence of personal grooming and the evolving beauty standards of the time. During the late 1920s, women were increasingly focused on modern beauty treatments, influenced by the rise of the flapper culture and Hollywood's glamour. A photograph from the 1970s in London, England, featuring fashion models, captures the vibrant and experimental spirit of the decade's fashion scene. The 1970s were marked by bold colors, eclectic styles, and a mix of influences from bohemian, glam rock, and punk cultures. In the mid-1860s, it was common for women in Victorian households to dress with the aid of a crinoline, an essential accessory for achieving the era's characteristic voluminous skirts. This structured garment, made of hoops or petticoats, created a distinctive bell shape that defined women's fashion at the time. A photograph from the First World War shows a female trolley driver signaling a left turn at Liverpool Street Station, London. Women took on a variety of roles on the home front during the war, stepping into jobs traditionally held by men who had gone to fight. This image reflects the significant contribution of women to maintaining public services during the war. A studio composition shows a laundry maid with her essential tools, a mangle, pail, and clothes basket. This image, captured by an unknown photographer, reflects the daily labor involved in household laundry work during the Victorian era. The 1915 photograph, Endurance Trapped in Ice, depicts Sir Ernest Shackleton's ship, Endurance, immobilized by thick ice in the Weddell Sea during his Imperial Transantarctic expedition. This iconic image captures the moment when the expedition's journey became one of survival rather than exploration. After becoming trapped, the ship was slowly crushed by the shifting ice, forcing Shackleton and his crew to abandon it. In New York, around 1931, a famous photograph creates the illusion of a steelworker touching the Chrysler Building in the distance during the construction of the Empire State Building. This playful manipulation of perspective, similar to modern photos where people appear to hold distant landmarks, shows the worker in a daring pose at great heights. In Ed Clark's 1946 photograph, a young artist paints the iconic Sacré-Cœur from Rue Norvin in Montmartre. The scene captures the vibrant bohemian spirit of post-war Paris, where the basilica's white domes contrast with the youthful creativity of the neighborhood. A photo of the iconic Citroën DS features the car in motion on a lively street, showcasing its sleek aerodynamic design and distinctive silhouette. Known for its innovative engineering and striking aesthetics, the DS epitomizes mid-20th century automotive excellence. In the 1920s, hairstyles became iconic, reflecting the fashion and societal transformation of the era. Women adopted short, wavy styles, contrasting with the long hair of the past. This striking look is a portrait of the culture and fashion of the 1920s. In 1920, the Diamond gas station in Washington, D.C., was part of the early evolution of service stations in the United States. This gas station symbolized a significant shift in how fuel was dispensed, transitioning from simple kerosene sales at general stores to specialized establishments dedicated to automotive needs. In this candid photo, Three women are seen atop the D.B. Loveman and Company department store in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Taken by Charles Gustavus Walline, the image captures his co-workers enjoying their lunch break on the roof. The casual setting, along with the backdrop of downtown Chattanooga, provides a glimpse into the everyday life of department store workers during that era. In the 1954 Buick Roadmaster promotional photo, the model unknowingly sits on what would become a valuable piece of automotive history. As interest in vintage car parts grows, items like original seats have skyrocketed in price, with collectors seeking rare and worn-out pieces for restoration projects. Even deteriorated seats, like those from classic muscle cars, are now highly sought after, making them a surprising goldmine in today's market. In 1901, Captain Alex Teschner was photographed standing beside the helm of the German three-masted ship Para at Port Blakely, Washington. This image captures a significant maritime moment during an era when tall ships, like the Para, were vital to international trade. Port Blakely, a prominent hub for the lumber industry at the time, was frequented by vessels such as Para for transporting timber and goods across the globe. In Baker Carries a Tray of Bread, Italy, 1957, Peter Gullers captures a scene of a baker holding a tray of bread, reflecting daily life in 1950s Italy. The image highlights the importance of traditional baking practices during this period. In the 1920s, French hair salons were a hub of style innovation, reflecting the era's dramatic shift in fashion and culture. Haircuts like the bob became iconic, with women embracing shorter, more practical hairstyles that contrasted with the long, elaborate styles of the past. The photograph depicts two women winding wool in North Yorkshire, England, during the late 1800s. They are engaged in the traditional activity of wool winding, an essential process in textile production. The scene emphasizes the craft and diligence involved in preparing wool for spinning or weaving, capturing a moment of daily life in a rural setting during that era. The photograph captures a street scene in Atlantic City, New Jersey in 1905. People are walking along the sidewalks, engaged in daily activities. The architecture of the buildings reflects the early 20th century style characteristic of the area. This image serves as a historical record of urban life in Atlantic City during this period. Laurel and Hardy were a famous comedic duo comprised of Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy, prominent in the early 20th century. They were known for their slapstick humor and engaging performances in both silent and sound films. Stan Laurel, the thinner partner, played the mischievous and childlike character, while Oliver Hardy, the heavier partner, often portrayed a more serious figure, frustrated by Laurel's antics. The photograph features a rare image of an Italian milkwoman from the 1970s, serving milk to a child. Dressed in traditional attire, she reflects the simplicity and routine of daily life during that era. This scene highlights the importance of local vendors in the community, showcasing personal interactions that were integral to the experience of purchasing milk. It serves as a nostalgic reminder of a time when such exchanges were commonplace. The photograph shows Claude Monet in his studio in Giverny in 1932, working on his famous painting Water Lilies. Taken by Henri Manuel, the image captures Monet amidst his creative process, surrounded by his iconic artwork and the tools of his trade. This scene reflects the dedication and focus of the artist as he brings his vision to life. The postcard, dating from around 1909, features a lady wearing an extravagant large hat, characteristic of early 20th century fashion. The woman's elegant attire and the elaborate design of her hat reflect the styles of the time, emphasizing social status and sophistication. The photograph shows a young Stephen Hawking on his graduation day in 1962 at Oxford University, where he earned a Bachelor of Arts in Physics. He is wearing traditional academic attire. Shortly after graduating, Hawking was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, a condition that gradually paralyzed him. The image shows children playing in shallow water on the street, standing behind a municipal vehicle marked Poplar Borough Council. The vehicle is spraying water, creating a playful scene where the children splash and enjoy the moment. This snapshot captures the interaction between community services and everyday life, highlighting the joy found in simple, spontaneous play. The image captures a carousel ride in Paris in 1901, showcasing a popular amusement attraction of the era. The carousel, adorned with vibrant decorations and lights, features elegantly crafted wooden horses and other whimsical figures. Calle Mayor, one of Madrid's oldest streets, has long been central to the city's history and development. It originally served as a main route for royalty and nobility, linking the royal residences with other key parts of the city. Over time, it became a bustling hub for commerce, drawing merchants and artisans to its lively streets. The image of Farmer Street in Detroit in 1910 captures a snapshot of the city's early industrial growth. The street features a mix of buildings housing various businesses, reflecting Detroit's urban development during this period. Horse-drawn carriages share the road with early automobiles, symbolizing a time of technological change. This scene encapsulates Detroit's growth at the dawn of its automotive boom, just before it became known as the Motor City. Love Is My Profession, 1958, stars Jean Gabin and Brigitte Bardot, showcasing their powerful on-screen chemistry. Gabin, renowned for his commanding presence, plays a seasoned lawyer, while Bardot, in one of her iconic roles, portrays a young woman caught in a complicated relationship. The film delves into themes of love, power, and morality, set in mid-20th century France. Their performances highlight the tension between passion and societal boundaries, making this a standout in French cinema of the era. The image features photographer Harry M. Rhodes dressed in a humorous costume. He is wearing a floral-patterned women's bathing suit, complete with a matching bonnet and handbag, adding a playful element to his appearance. He also dons women's shoes along with black socks, further emphasizing the comedic nature of the outfit. The image shows a car traveling along Taylor State Road in Glenwood Canyon, Colorado, either in Eagle or Garfield County. Across the Colorado River, the tracks of the Denver and Rio Grande Railroad are visible, following the rugged landscape of the canyon. The scene highlights the coexistence of early transportation routes, both road and rail, amid Colorado's striking natural beauty. The image shows Addie Mellon and Harry Fisher Rhodes, parents of photographer Harry M. Rhodes, standing beside an electric automobile in front of the City Park Pavilion in Denver, Colorado. The electric car, an early example of automotive innovation, is parked near the Grand Pavilion, a popular gathering spot in the park. The image captures a small boy in a moment of distress as he cries while attempting to climb the side of his crib. His hands grip the crib's edge as he tries to pull himself up, expressing frustration or discomfort. The scene highlights the innocence and vulnerability of childhood. The image features a portrait of photographer Harry M. Rhodes on stage, likely in Denver, Colorado. He is dressed in a humorous costume that includes a wooden barrel and a fedora hat, embodying a playful spirit. Around him, various camera equipment bags are visible, emphasizing his identity as a photographer. The image depicts a man in a sailor uniform and a woman enjoying a leisurely day outdoors, seated on a cot in a park or forest, likely in Colorado. They appear relaxed, taking in the natural surroundings. In the background, an automobile is parked, indicating a casual outing. The image features a man and woman posing together in an indoor setting. The woman is elegantly dressed, wearing a fur muff and a fancy hat, exuding a sense of style and sophistication. Surrounding them are darkroom equipment and various photographs displayed on the interior walls, suggesting that this space may be related to photography or artistic work. The image shows photographer Harry Rhodes seated on a rock, dressed in a suit and a pith helmet, which indicates a sense of adventure. He holds binoculars in one hand and a rifle in the other, showcasing his readiness for exploration or wildlife observation. A pistol is tucked into his jacket pocket, further emphasizing his preparedness for the outdoors. The image presents an interior view of a home, likely located in Denver, Colorado, captured in black and white. The space features crystal chandeliers, which suggest an element of elegance. Ornate details like decorative columns and molding are visible, contributing to the sophisticated design. The image features Harry M. Rhodes behind the steering wheel of a convertible, posing with a passenger in front of Westminster University or College, located at 3455 West 83rd Avenue in Westminster, Colorado. The backdrop showcases the institution's distinctive architectural features, including its sandstone construction and a prominent 175-foot tower with a hipped roof. The image shows members of a Boy Scouts of America troop and their troop leader looking down a fire pole hole in a firehouse located in Denver, Colorado. The boys are dressed in their uniforms, and the setting reflects an educational visit to the firehouse. The fire pole is a feature commonly found in fire stations, allowing firefighters to quickly access the ground floor. The image features a man in a porter uniform speaking to a woman seated on a wooden bench at Union Station in Denver, Colorado. The woman is dressed in a fur coat and has a suitcase beside her, indicating she may be a traveler. Union Station, known for its historic architecture, serves as a backdrop for this interaction. The old City Hall in Denver, built in 1886 at 14th and Larimer Streets, was a notable example of Richardsonian Romanesque architecture, featuring an iconic clock tower. It served as the center of municipal governance and symbolized the city's growth. However, the building was demolished in 1936 to make way for modernization, prompting discussions about the importance of preserving historical architecture. The image features a woman smiling as she poses with a line of puppy dogs, eating from bowls, likely in Denver, Colorado. The scene captures the joyful interaction between the woman and the puppies, highlighting their playful nature. The image captures a playful moment with women posing on a staircase, likely in a Denver home. 3 of them balance on the handrail while 2 sit on the steps, showcasing their fun personalities and camaraderie. The image, captured in black and white, shows a man posing with women dancers in matching costumes and shoes inside a revolving tube ride at Lakeside Amusement Park in Denver, Colorado. The monochrome tones highlight the dancers' outfits and the unique setting, adding a nostalgic quality to the scene. The image shows young women and teenage girls smiling and posing in swimsuits in front of a panel truck filled with foam. 4 of the women sit on the foam in the truck bed, creating a lively scene. The combination of swimsuits and foam highlights a playful outdoor activity, capturing a moment of interaction among the group. The image shows a group of men, boys, and girls posing with a burro in Chicago, Cook County, Illinois. Signs indicate Zephyr Dawn to Dusk Club and Zeph Denver to Chicago, May 26, 1934. A Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad locomotive is visible in the background. Fred G. Gurley, later president of the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe, is 4th from the right, wearing wire-rim glasses. The image shows a woman christening an airplane by breaking a bottle over its propeller, while men in uniform and another woman look on. This traditional ceremony is meant to bring good luck to the aircraft. The image features actor Tom Mix posing with 2 unidentified women. He is dressed in a cowboy hat, boots, riding pants, a coat, and a tie. One of the women is wearing a fur stole over her dress. This snapshot captures a moment with the well-known Western film star, reflecting the fashion and style of the era. The image shows the interior of the state penitentiary in Cannon City, featuring pipe-railed metal balconies in front of cell blocks after the 1929 riot. The doors to the cells are open, and signs of fire damage are evident, including debris scattered throughout and holes in the roof. This scene captures the aftermath of a significant event in the penitentiary's history, highlighting the damage and disarray resulting from the riot. The image captures a crowded Santa Monica beach where people are using umbrellas for shade. The scene includes various businesses and the Ocean Park Bathhouse, notable for its Moorish-style architecture featuring arches and domes. The beach setting, combined with the architectural details of the bathhouse, reflects the recreational culture of the area during that time. In the realm of forgotten moments, this photograph captures a curious scene. A man and woman stand beside a damaged automobile, with the interior walls of a nearby store framing their unusual backdrop. What events unfolded to leave them in this position? Each detail hints at a story waiting to be unraveled. In a snapshot of family warmth, Harry Rhodes holds a piece of watermelon alongside his daughter, Mary Elizabeth, affectionately known as Mitzi, at a gathering. Their shared moment captures the simple joys of togetherness, evoking the carefree spirit of summer days filled with laughter and connection. In this 1916 photograph, Charlie Chaplin, at 27 years old, is depicted in a moment from his early film career. Although not in his signature tramp costume, this image represents a significant period in Chaplin's rise as a major figure in silent cinema. By this time, he was already well established in the film industry and made substantial contributions to comedy and filmmaking. In 1922, the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb by Howard Carter became a milestone in archaeology, offering a rare glimpse into ancient Egyptian history. One photograph, in particular, captured the moment when the tomb's seal was found unbroken after 3,245 years. This image became symbolic of the untouched secrets held within, adding an air of mystery and excitement to the find. When the tomb was finally opened, Carter uncovered an astounding array of treasures, including the golden funerary mask of Tutankhamun. The historical photograph of the sealed entrance encapsulates the preservation of ancient knowledge, and the tomb's contents continue to be a subject of fascination and study, marking a significant historical event in Egyptology. The image of the seal and the discovery that followed became an iconic moment, cementing Tutankhamun's legacy as one of the most famous pharaohs in history. In 1955, immersed in a world of music, customers explore an exciting collection in a London record shop. Though the world was experiencing rapid changes at the time, the passion for music and the discovery of new sounds made this space a significant cultural meeting point. The vibrant and innovative spirit of the decade is perfectly reflected in this bustling environment, where music lovers connected over the latest tunes. This historical photograph from around 1890 shows a young girl using prosthetic limbs crafted by Gillingham & Sons, a prominent British company known for its advancements in prosthetic technology. The rare photo highlights the innovative design and quality of early artificial limbs aimed at improving mobility and comfort for individuals with physical disabilities. This photograph captures a unique scene from around 1975, where soldiers stand beside U.S. Army cannons at a ski area, likely Cooper Hill. The juxtaposition of military presence and a recreational environment invites curiosity about the circumstances that brought them together. What stories lie behind this unexpected combination of snow and service? In this compelling snapshot from 1943, two soldiers are seen releasing pigeons into the sky during their training at Camp Hale. The act of setting the birds free captures a moment of purpose and focus, with a fence and trees framing the scene in the background. What significance did these pigeons hold for the soldiers? In this powerful image from February 21, 1945, soldiers stand guard with rifles, watching over German prisoners of war. Nearby, wrecked jeeps and trucks are piled high, serving as a stark reminder of the conflict that has unfolded. This scene encapsulates the realities of war, highlighting the tension between duty and the consequences of battle. In this poignant scene from March 3, 1945, a discarded ammunition box rests beside a tree in the foreground, symbolizing the remnants of conflict. In the distance, a crumbling house stands as a testament to the devastation of war, its dilapidated structure hinting at stories of resilience and loss. On February 20, 1945, two tanks advance through a landscape marked by crumbling buildings, remnants of a once thriving community in Corona, Italy. A soldier from the 10th Mountain Division walks alongside, embodying the determination and resilience of the forces engaged in the conflict. Circa 1975, this panoramic view captures a gathering of veterans at a 10th Mountain Division Association event. The image showcases a diverse group, united by their shared experiences and camaraderie forged in the challenging terrains of mountain warfare. Their presence at the event reflects a commitment to honoring the legacy of the division, fostering connections, and sharing stories of bravery and resilience. Circa 1975, soldiers stand in formation as they fire a salute at the 10th Mountain Division Memorial located at Tennessee Pass. The ceremonial act honors the bravery and sacrifices of those who served in the division, echoing a deep respect for their legacy. In 1942, soldiers from the 10th Mountain Division can be seen sprinting across a bridge that spans beaver ponds in Ashcroft. Their determined movement reflects the rigorous training and preparation necessary for mountain warfare. In 1942, a soldier from the 10th Mountain Division lies prone on the ground, meticulously taking aim with a light machine gun during training at Camp Hale. The image encapsulates the intense preparation that characterized their training, highlighting the soldiers' focus and determination. In 1943, three soldiers from the 10th Mountain Division gather around a campfire at Camp Hale, preparing a meal together. The flickering flames provide warmth as they engage in the practical task of cooking, illustrating a moment of camaraderie amid the rigors of military life. In 1942, a soldier rappels down a cliff using a thick rope, showcasing his training in mountain warfare. The rugged mountain peaks rise majestically behind him, while the valley below emphasizes the steepness of the descent. This moment encapsulates the division's focus on mastering challenging terrains. Between 1943 and 1944, a soldier from the 10th Mountain Division slides down an icy slope, gripping his climbing pick. The steep terrain of Crestone Needle serves as both a challenge and a training ground for the division. This moment captures the essence of mountain warfare training. In 1980, the North American Championship for Space Invaders on Atari drew players from across the country, celebrating the rise of video games in a competitive arena. Participants showcased their skills in one of the first electronic games to achieve massive popularity, engaging in intense battles to achieve the highest score. Pippa Garner's Half Suit, introduced in 1982, is a satirical fashion piece that humorously critiques conventional business attire. The concept, which appeared in her book Philip Garner's Better Living Catalog, proposes a suit jacket cropped just above the waist, offering an abbreviated midsection for comfort and physical flair. This piece is emblematic of Garner's broader body of work, which often challenges societal norms, consumer culture, and gender expectations. The 1903 photograph of two Kashmir giants posing with American photographer James Rickleton captures an intriguing encounter between Rickleton, known for his travels and work documenting cultures, and these two towering men from Kashmir. One of the giants stood at an incredible 7 feet 9 inches tall, while the shorter one reached 7 feet 4 inches. Their towering presence, even by modern standards, would have been a rare sight at the time. In the early 1900s, coffin beds at Salvation Army shelters provided one of the first forms of organized support for the homeless in London. Known as the four-penny coffin, these shelters offered a space for people to sleep for the small cost of 4 pennies. The 1880 image of a swagman using a hollowed gum tree as a campsite illustrates the life of a transient laborer, commonly known as a swagman, who traveled by foot across rural Australia seeking work on farms. These men carried all their belongings in a swag or bedroll, which they would unroll at night wherever they found shelter, including improvised campsites like hollow trees. Gordon Parks's American Gothic is a powerful historical photograph that captures the essence of racial inequality and social justice in America. Taken in 1942, this iconic image features Ella Watson, a cleaning woman, in front of a stark, rural backdrop, challenging the idealized rural America depicted in Grant Wood's painting American Gothic. In this iconic photograph from 1961, Gordon Parks captured a heart-wrenching moment of Flavio da Silva in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, following a severe asthma attack. The historical image powerfully illustrates the harsh realities of life in the favelas, where Flavio struggled with severe bronchial asthma amidst the overwhelming conditions of poverty. The early photograph, View from the Window at Le Gras, captured by Joseph Nicephore Niepce in 1826 or 1827, stands as a monumental achievement in the history of photography. This pioneering image was created using heliography. As the earliest surviving photograph, it represents a crucial milestone in capturing visual reality and marked the inception of photographic technology. This image reflects the innovative spirit of its creator, but also serves as a foundational piece in the evolution of photography. The photograph, Still Life with Plaster Casts by Louis Daguerre, created in 1837, is one of the earliest successful daguerreotypes, showcasing the revolutionary photographic process he developed. The image captures a detailed arrangement of plaster casts, including classical busts and figures, meticulously positioned on a table. This still life composition highlights the remarkable ability of the daguerreotype to render fine details and textures. This historical photograph, captured by Leon Gimpel in 1909, showcases the Paris Air Show at the Grand Palais, a pivotal event in aviation history. The image is notable not only for documenting the dawn of modern aviation, but also for being one of the early uses of the autochrome process, which brought the scene to life with vibrant colors. The photograph features early aircraft displayed beneath the stunning glass dome of the Grand Palais, symbolizing the intersection of innovation and tradition. This 19th-century photograph by André-Adolphe Eugène Disdéry captures a pivotal moment in photographic history, showcasing a sheet of multiple small portraits before they were individually cut. Disteri's innovation in creating these easily shareable and collectible images marked a significant shift in how people documented their lives. The image reflects the democratization of photography during the 1860s, as the medium became more accessible to the general public. This rare and historically significant photograph offers a glimpse into the early processes of mass-produced portraiture, highlighting the growing demand for personal images in that era. In a historical photograph taken by the renowned photographer Nadar in 1864, Sarah Bernhardt, one of the most iconic actresses of the 19th century, is depicted at the young age of 20. This famous portrait captures Bernhardt's distinctive features and intense gaze, which would come to symbolize her dramatic presence on stage. Nadar's historical photograph not only highlights Bernhardt's early beauty, but also exemplifies the innovative techniques of early photography. As a rare photo from a pivotal moment in both Bernhardt's career and the evolution of portrait photography, this image remains a powerful testament to the enduring impact of both the actress and the photographer. In 1873, the first printed photograph in America showcased the revolutionary use of the halftone process by the Daily Graphic in New York. The image captured Manhattan's Steinway Hall, marking a significant advancement in newspaper photography. This innovative technique enabled the reproduction of detailed photographs with rich tonal gradations in print media. The introduction of the halftone process transformed static images into dynamic visual reports, elevating the role of photography in journalism. In 1930, Roland, a massive 4,000-pound elephant seal, was captured in a memorable photograph at the Berlin Zoo. His handler is seen giving him a bath, a task that surely required significant effort given Roland's immense size. Elephant seals, known for their impressive weight and blubbery bodies, are often more associated with the wild coastal regions of the southern oceans, making Roland a rare attraction in a European zoo. During World War II, gas rationing became an important part of the war effort, and creative campaigns encouraged Americans to conserve fuel. The "Do Your Bit, Skate to Work" slogan, promoted by the USO and featured by women in New York City, was a lighthearted yet impactful reminder of the need to reduce gasoline consumption. In 1928, a pivotal moment in Soviet history occurred when peasants listened to the radio for the first time. This event marked a significant shift in communication and information dissemination in rural areas. The introduction of radio technology helped bridge the gap between urban centers and remote communities. Robert Earl Hughes holds the record as the heaviest person ever documented, weighing in at 1,071 pounds. Born in Monticello, Illinois, Hughes faced numerous health challenges throughout his life due to his extraordinary weight. Despite his size, he was known to walk unaided, showcasing a remarkable level of mobility for someone of his weight.